pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Apologize, everybody. We're waiting on
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulties. Back on. So recognition of guest. We'll start out. Silas?
Silas, yeah.
Yes, Silas. Rowena, Justin Randall, Joey Randall, and Robert, we have you on.
Robert, can you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. We'll start out, Robert. You?
Okay, thank you. First question is for Alan. On the, how did you contact Wally on that you agreed to that letter that was sent to me?
The letter that was sent, I don't believe I did. I responded to, I think it was Kylie. I didn't hit reply to all. Quite honestly, I don't recall who I replied to, but it was one individual.
So Kylie was in on it too then?
Well, again, I don't recall with 100% certainty who I responded to. I replied to someone, but I don't recall who. But it wasn't a reply to all.
What was the letter again?
Well, Bob had, earlier in the summer, Robert had a lot of concerns that we collectively responded collectively to all of them in a letter.
But what was the letter?
It was just a letter to address to him with specific to each of his concerns at the time.
Oh, I don't recall.
It was about the illegal meeting through emails.
That's what resulted from the letter. You know, you're not putting you're kind of putting the cart before the horse. The email discussion that we had was in response to a letter that we were crafting to your prior concerns. There was no discussion in those letters about an illegal meeting.
And again, Bob, I don't recall for sure who I replied to, but it was one individual.
Okay, how about you, Sherry?
I'm thinking I said it looked good to me and that was the end of it. And I think
What was that again?
I said it looked good to me and I think I replied to all, but sometimes I miss it and do reply one, but usually I try to do the all too.
But at least had to be sent back to Wally. So that he knew.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is that it, Bob?
No, I was just wondering about what Andy did on that.
I didn't reply to it. From what I recall, I didn't reply at all. I believe it was discussed in the meeting after the fact.
Okay, so you recused yourself, but didn't tell nobody.
I don't know that not responding is recusal.
Yeah.
It only
Okay,
takes 3
that's-
people to agree and then it just goes forward from there. We don't have to have everybody agreeing. Because people go on vacations, people go away for a weekend, whatever.
Okay, let's go on to something else. How are the bills gathered and approved for payments?
Kylie, do you want to discuss the process?
So the bills are paid once a week here in the town hall, and the warrant is printed, and the requirement is to have 3 select board signatures on the bills.
Okay, how about bills you don't receive?
I think you're gonna have to provide some,
Somebody was given a bill. Somebody was given a bill, and they never turned it in to Kylie.
I guess I'm confused, I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody did work on a fire truck. They submitted a bill for $25. The fire chief did not accept that. He said you're only getting paid fireman's pay, doing mechanical work.
So I can't pay any bills without the select board approval. And there was a bill that was submitted to me, but I always ask for approval, especially for bills that are non-reoccurring. I talk with whatever select board member is in charge of whatever department, and I always clear things before I cut any checks. And so this particular bill, I was told not to pay, and that this person was compensated in a different way through the fireman payroll hours. Being on the fire department, they volunteer certain things, everyone brings something different to the table. And so this particular person did the mechanic work on one of the fire trucks, as a volunteer fireman. And so that's how that played out. I did see a bill though, Bob, he brought it to me.
Okay. I mean, that would have been awful cheap if you sent that out to Bellin Courts or another place. You wouldn't have got away with that type of bill. Misusing people.
you're definitely entitled to your opinion on this, Bob.
Yeah. You know, if you people don't believe it, it's a problem.
Anything else, Bob?
Hey, who you know is who you are.
You have anything else, Bob?
Next meeting, I'll get into the sexual harassment policies that the town has, and maybe some other things. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Joy?
here.
Justin? Do you have anything? Just here. Rowena?
A couple of things. The leaves were glad that last week when it was nice weather that the town crew put them up. Unfortunately, we had not had a chance to really kind of do anything with them and check on the lights because we couldn't get into the post office. That door down below, the key just goes around, you cannot get in.
The back door coming
The
from
back
out
door.
back.
Yeah.
But
Is
you,
that something that you've got on your list for fixing?
yes, we just brought that to my attention, getting in there. They went down in there to get something or to do something and they couldn't get in.
Yeah.
I know it's a very expensive door, and I know we're coming to budget time, so I will have people looking into it, but you have to have the right person because it's,
Yeah. But it's
Not
been
walls.
many, many years that it's been working its way up to this
Yes.
status that it
Yeah.
is with it doing that.
but there is the other entrance, if you go during the day, anytime that the post office is open,
But that was our problem, we were doing it on
a weekend,
the weekend, on Veterans Day, when we knew they were closed, that's why we had to go
okay.
that way
Oh, okay,
and stuff, so it just, the perfect storm kind of,
yeah, I know, I understand, I truly do.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I am getting quotes together so I can do my budget for March, and I'm gonna try to get that door in on that. I
Okay.
just have to find someone who does that kind of work, cause not everybody does.
Right, and it's, and then you need
It's a huge
space and
door.
everything to do and stuff, but it just, especially, it would be an exit out of that basement,
Mhm.
so for that reason alone, you'd need to make sure that, you could do that. Okay, thank you, and then the other thing We're doing some work up in the parks and stuff, and we're seeing that again, the garbage is not being picked up, so that's kind of dropped off, and the doggy bags are not being filled, therefore, the dog
Everywhere.
is not being picked up, and I really would hate to have it that the fire department winds up, before they can do an Easter egg hunt up there, have to go through and do a cleanup job like they did the last time. And we've got the
Who
Christmas,
usually fills the,
John Libby was doing it for a while, and now, the bags, I believe, are here at the town hall.
They are,
Yeah.
they should have been in Michael's office, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I think Michael might have taken over. I don't really know for the last year or so who was.
I think we had asked one of the highway guys
Uh-huh.
to fill them, initially. I don't know if anyone is monitoring them.
Okay, and that's the piece, because
Yeah.
really, when you have them out there, people are using them and stuff.
Okay.
And if you keep going out there and emptying the trash, people are, keep it a little bit cleaner than what it was
Yeah.
before.
And do we pick the trash up or have John do that?
So John is supposed to pick the trash up.
Or is it clean and organized, or is it just everywhere? I mean, and like, is it like when it overflows, is he supposed to pick it up off the ground? That's part of his service, or is it that part of his contractual?
From my understanding, in the past, they've just asked them when it gets full, empty it,
Right.
so.
Okay.
We can figure out a better system to monitor it.
Yeah, especially when you've got a Christmas event coming up. You know,
Okay.
It'd be nice to have it nicely
Mhm.
picked up. and stuff. Okay, thank you.
Oh, I was asked to come here because by the banquet hall, I wanted people when they have an event or a wedding or anything, they want to come outside and smoke. And before I took it over, that place was not by the DLC. It was not recognized as anywhere for, especially banquet hall wasn't on the list for selling liquor until I took it over, and the inspector came there, and when he looked through for selling liquor, if it didn't have the walkway to go downstairs, that was illegal. So for smoking outside, people want to bring the drink out. You know, some people come out, they want to smoke and drink out there, and we don't want them to cross into the street. So I normally have it chained off. So he told me that has to be in the description, like how we have the description for the patio for consuming alcohol. It's not just a sit-down area, because no vehicle should be parked there in that area between the yellow building and the entrance of the banquet, the main building, the yellow house and the main.
okay, so you are talking on the left-hand side when you're,
Yes.
when you're standing in
Okay.
front of the building. We were all thinking you were talking
So
the
there
right
was
hand, I'm
some
like, how do they do that?
confusion on using the right-hand side of the building, that's the way the.
No, that is only exit, that, no entrance, that is just a.
Okay, well, we
Okay.
apologize, because when we were looking at your,
Yeah,
First.
your graphics made it look like you were looking to,
I don't think it
Cool.
was his though, I think it was the Department of Liquor.
Yeah.
okay, so it looked like it was on the opposite side, and you wanted to concede your entire parking lot on that side.
No, that's.
Okay, then I guess I.
No, that's for parking, the other side is
Yeah,
like
okay.
the yellow house,
Okay.
I mean,
Well, then
building,
that-
with
that-
the white fence, it's
Alright.
something with the white fence.
So that makes
Yeah.
much more sense.
And they've always had like a smoking area
Yeah.
over there
Yeah.
and stuff.
But it's,
You need it to be
but
separated.
the liquor department, if the inspector comes in and sees somebody drinking out there,
Mhm.
I'm liable,
Okay,
so.
it needs to be on your
It has to
plan.
be on the description.
It's
So that-
been there in the past, years ago, right?
No, it was never.
It was never official is what he's saying, and he wants to make it
They
official.
used it as that, but
Yeah.
I like to do things the legal and correct way.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't-
so what do we need to do then?
No, I
You
just,
just-
I can
you
just
just need to
approve it,
just
I
approve
it.
apologize, there
No, no,
was
no.
confusion on that,
No, no
because they
problem.
made
Okay,
it sound
so
like.
yeah,
it was
we're all,
suicide.
yeah.
You just need to approve it,
I'll take
and they
care
will
of
put
it.
it on the description.
Okay, like I said, we were only concerned because when we were looking at the graphic, it looked like you were walling off your entire parking lot.
Yeah, the
And
parking
that-
lot.
Okay,
No,
okay.
And I asked, I said, is this correct? She said yes, so I thought maybe there was confusion, but.
yeah, I think
Okay.
we're good then.
The way my wife wrote it inside here, it's what the white fence,
Yes,
and there's no white fence on the other side.
yes, okay.
We're good.
And so we put a chain on the fence and bar it off. People
Yeah.
could walk in and nobody should come in or out from, because, what's it? There's a guy that live on the hill here. Him and somebody else called the liquor department and said we have people drinking in the road, which is not true. They came from the other restaurant down the road drinking and walk up with a drink. And we had a chain lock, so that's something I wanted.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we're all set then, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
we're good.
Okay, next is approval for the 11/6/2023 minutes.
I have a couple of corrections. The last approval of the meeting minutes, it says I sustained from it, it should be abstained. When we were talking about the new parking ordinance, it says that they will submit it for review, I'd like it to say for review to Northwest Regional Planning.
Are you, have you wrote down what you want said?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that has been done, they did agree to review it, and I have shared what's been drafted with them for comment and, beautification, I guess I'll say. And then it says that Bill O'Brien is gonna work on the library and the boiler room. And then, said I think we went to executive session for personnel, I think we should specify that. So those are my suggested edits to the minutes.
I agree.
Yeah.
So with those changes,
I'll make a motion to approve.
okay,
I'll second it.
all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passed. So, highway Wally, first big plow today.
I don't even know if it was a plow, I think it was
I think it was the same.
more of a sand. I did hear them out timely, so that was nice. Again, everything's, they're prepping for winter, everything seems to be in order. Slim said everything, all the equipment worked well today. He did put up, they did get the cage, cause remember last year we had this concern about the putting up, and we did purchase the forks for the payloader. So they have put up the reefs and the new, decorations. And he said that's going well with the new safety equipment.
Good.
In the spring, cause we talked about maybe making an incentive plan to get, cause we have people that are on the town crew that are, we're not very cross-trained, I guess, or not very diverse trained. So we talked about maybe putting a pay incentive for folks to get trained to run the grader and the excavator. That way if somebody leaves,
Yeah.
we have other people that can step into that role and don't leave us shortchanged. So, I finally sat down and crafted a proposal, so I don't know if you guys want what I had envisioned. And we don't have to do anything with it tonight, we can review it. I just wanted to get it in place for consideration, because we're doing budget. But basically, we'll keep the same base description, highway general, whatever that is, what is it, 17, 18 bucks an hour? And then highway CDL, or whatever, we're paying 21s and something. And then employees that get the certification can earn whatever we decide extra per certification. So, if they get certified in the grader, I put in 75 cents an hour just to put a number there. And then if they get certified in the excavator, they can get an additional 75 for a total of $1.50 an hour. I did a little research. Vermont Local Roads has a training program that they'll come, we can send employees to, or they'll come to our site. They said for free. I put it in there, we'll go to the local roads
or another specialty program, just in case we can't get that. There is seems to be a tech center in Bradford that offers a 40-hour course for $2,900, and it covers both grader and excavator.
Okay.
So that's, just to know there's other possibilities. I do want to, any proposal, or I do want to specify once they get trained, that they're expected to do it. Any refusal will take that pay away. I just think that needs to be in whatever we throw in that, create for a proposal, or they're putting it, what is it, the town policy, personnel policy, that needs to be in there. And I just threw some rough numbers together to put, budget impacts for consideration. If we did if we did 75 cents per certification, and if we did $1 per certification, what the overall budget impact would be. And Kylie, did mention, I was just doing straight pay. There are some additional considerations. What did you say? Like
The retirement.
the retirement and stuff considerations that would factor into that. But just drafted that for consideration and suggestion. So if you guys review it and think about it as we work towards crafting a budget for this year.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about the tractor that we got a proposal for? Kylie, is that something we?
I wasn't prepared to talk about.
Okay.
last week.
Well, just know we have got a quote for the little sidewalk tractor. And we can just, I don't think it's urgent.
I just don't remember what
I think it was,
details were.
I think it was like 38,000, wasn't it?
It was under here.
Yeah, something like that, for tractor with all the necessary bells and whistles to do sidewalks. So, I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. Water and sewer, we haven't met, but we are meeting tomorrow to talk about the pump stations for Golf Course Road,
Yeah,
correct?
yes.
And we have to figure out what's going on there in order to get the engineering going on Noise Street, is that correct? Am I misunderstanding that?
So, I don't wanna say the wrong thing here, however, Jeremy mentioned, completing this particular project before we move forward with anything else.
Okay. Alan, do you have anything? Cause we haven't met, that's the problem. Okay. So, what time did we agree upon, was it
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, okay. All right, so that's all I have right now. Building, Sherry?
John, Mercy came, the heat out back here had shut down, he had to replace a few things. He got it back up and running on Friday. I think I've got overhead doors coming the end of this month for the fire station, ambulance station. We have a person working on a quote for painting the library, they're gonna have it to me next week. Still trying to touch bases with a roofer for the fire station, ambulance station. That's about it at this time.
Kristen's not here tonight, does anyone have anything about parks, playgrounds, and cemeteries?
Just what we discussed, what we mentioned.
Ambulance, I actually, just before the meeting, got a message from John Johnson. The frame has been tweaked on the ambulance, so he's got the adjuster there, they approved it, and he's just getting a figure to put a new frame underneath it. And that's, just got that tonight.
How substantial is that gonna be?
I don't know, we don't know what it is yet, he's just getting the figures. The adjuster approved it, so it's approved through the insurance, so it's just a matter of getting the cost. Luck knowing, I think it was last Monday night, our other ambulance,
Tuesday night.
was it Tuesday night? Couldn't have been Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was, Haley was on, it's Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon, not night.
Yep.
Okay. Our other ambulance was struck by a deer. The truck didn't hit the deer hit the truck on the side. So it received a few small dents. The driver's side, back part of the door, back part of the cab is basically where it is. It's still usable, but it's just,
It's gonna have to wait till the.
yeah, definitely. It's, there's nothing mechanically wrong with it, it's just dented, so. Am I missing anything, Jerry?
And the person on the ambulance?
Yeah, new personnel on the ambulance, I don't think I've told him yet,
Oh,
because since I
Yes,
talked to you, but
yes, we discussed it.
Justin went through the course to be a VEFR, so basically he's licensed through the state of Vermont to drive ambulance, so it's another addition to the service.
Great. Welcome aboard.
And that's all I have. If you-
I have nothing else, so.
Trash, did you have something you wanted, it's on the list? Nothing there?
No, just that we need to get the agreement in place with John.
Okay. All right. Any other business?
I do have a follow-up to the last meeting, I guess. I kind of falls under the town, I guess, highway. They had the two individuals for the end of the golf course about moving the town turnaround to the start of their property and essentially having the road from there on becoming private and drive. I talked to Eric. There's two options, I guess. We could throw it up, which would have to go through before the state, or we could call it a penned road. And that would, they can do everything up to putting a gate and just not locking it. I guess the benefits of that is it still, gives us the option to, if we ever need the road back, we can take it back, I guess, is my understanding from him. And I did, since our time was off, I did take the time to go down and talk to Border Patrol to see if they have any concerns. I didn't talk to the head of the place. I talked to his employee, and he's gonna get back, give, what's going on, voice that to his boss, and get back with me. But he did voice that they do have tech at the end of that road that they would want to make sure they can still get to. And I believe I went back and looked at the email you shared and the prior email. They're not looking to bar Border Patrol, so. I guess we have options, so that's where I'm at now. I'll wait, I think we can wait till I hear back from the Border Patrol, but perhaps we can, stipulate that they'll pay for the new turnaround, that, they'll allow Border Patrol. I think we also make sure that, while we're conceding this to you, it's your job to maintain, we have no obligation to maintain it this going forward until such time it becomes, we take it back and we have that all recorded as part of the agreement, if that's what we decide to do, just in general.
That sounds fair.
So anyway, I think hopefully by next meeting I'll have heard from the Border Patrol. I just wanna make sure there's no red flags from them, no, this can't happen for some reason.
Sounds good to me.
And you mentioned a resignation, does that need to be brought up here?
John submitted his resignation for the planning commission.
Okay.
He was the chair of it.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what his title was.
Yeah, chair.
So will they appoint a new person? Assuming?
I think there's only 3 people on it now.
Okay.
All right, any other business that hasn't been spoken yet?
Unless something's leaving my mind, I don't think of anything.
Okay. Is there any reason to go in executive?
don't have any.
Entertaining a motion to adjourn then.
Adjourn. I'll make a motion.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion passed.